it is me. There we go. Oh, it's jumped too high. I swear to God, every time I can never get it right. Right. I'm a bit late today, but I can stay a bit later today, so kind of evens out. It's going to be sort of a normal length stream. I'm making Paladin Spells today, in case that wasn't, blatantly clear by the text that's right in front of your goddamn face, and also the title of the stream itself. Yeah, it's not particularly complex. I just had a bug with Twitch where it was like, oh, there was an error, and I was like, oh, fuck, I swear to God. But no, it's fine. My player stopped working. The actual stream is fine, I think. Anyway, I hope. Well, that's a bot. I killed it. It's pretty funny name for a bot, but it is a bot. Okay, right. So I've made myself sort of some general plans for what kind of spells I want to make. It's a fairly sort of simple sort of list of I want more unique Smite spells, because Pally lost a handful of theirs to Cleric, if I remember correctly. And Ranger, I think, got one of Pally's ones. And for reference, we will be using my sort of, we probably won't actually, just for the sake of simplicity. Something I have actually done before is I fixed the Smite spells and made them all good, by creating the Smite tag. But that's not particularly relevant here, so I won't get into it too much. I'm just gonna clear my throat. Ugh. That's a bit better. Right. Let's get this sort of show on the proverbial road. And sit in silence thinking about spell ideas. No, it's not going to be quite that bad, but... So, I want to make at least, like, 4 unique Smite spells, because I've made quite a few 3rd level Smite spells. I've made at least 1. I think more than that, in fact. And I want some more of every other level, because I haven't made as many Smite spells for those levels, so I'm going to go do that. So... I feel like a... Oh, I need to clear my throat, fuck. Right, I have an idea. No, I can't fucking spell. Shielding Smite, 1st level. Abjuration. Casting time, 1 bonus action. Oh shit. Oh, I saw this in a second. Ranger, range, self. Components, VS, duration. Oh, didn't mean to hover over that. And I can do this. I want to make it. Oh, that's something. Let's go read. Let's go compare Searing Smite and. Oh, I forgot this thing was. My indexing tool is bugged at the moment. Let's compare Thunderous Smite and Searing Smite. Time you hit a creature with a melee weapon attack during the spell's duration. Your weapon flares with protective power. For the duration of the target's disadvantage on attack rolls made against you. It wards you from the target's attacks. For the duration of the target's disadvantage on attack rolls made against you. I feel like this could probably be second level. I'm definitely gonna red text the level here. I guess it is concentration, but disadvantage is I suppose it's concentration. Once they reach a certain point, the spell's kind of shit. No, I'm gonna do. Cause the target to suffer disadvantage on attack rolls made against you. Oh, I need to cut my throat. Ugh. Additionally, the spell forms a defensive barrier around you that causes the target to suffer disadvantage on attack rolls made against you until the start of your next turn. That seems fair. I like it. It's simple, and it also, you know, the smite conversion basically means. So I'm going to probably put those in like green text or something. It's going to be like the actual version of the spell that I use in my home game. Smite. And just cross this, and then just put, oh, I guess, just put 1 minute here. Basically, the way the smite tag works is it's just you can't be under the effects of 2 smite spells at the same time. So if you cast a smite spell on one turn and you cast a second smite spell on another turn, any previous smite spell you cast on yourself ends. So basically means you know, the main reason all the smite spells are concentration is so you can't stack them on top of each other infinitely. But that also means that the smite spells are all shit because of it. There's very few of them that are actually worth the concentration, or honestly the bonus action that they cost. None of them are really costed right for what they are. Especially given that you could just use Divine Smite and it be an objectively better use of your spell slots. Because it's just more damage. Just period. Like, you know, if you're in the kind of party where AoEs are a big thing, and you want to Thunderous Smite your enemies back into the nasty AoE, cool. You know, that's cool. However, Otherwise, why would you ever pick Thunderous Smite? It does 2d6 thunder damage. Why would I ever do that when I could do 2d8 radiant damage for the same cost? It doesn't matter what the other effects are. It doesn't knock them prone or anything. Oh wait, no, that's a lie. It does knock them prone. Thunderous Smite is actually quite good. The first level Paladin spells are quite good. All three of them. Like, Searing Smite is definitely No, yeah, Searing Smite is definitely the worst of the three. It's not super great. Wrathful Smite is, situationally, it's okay. It's still not great, I would argue, but, you know, it is what it is. Like Thunderous Smite is actually pretty legit. Like, reading that for basically the first time, that's actually a really good spell. That's actually really strong. But yeah, Wrathful Smite is like situationally pretty useful. But if you look at all the other Smite spells, like Blinding Smite is a con save for not much damage and is a con save. It is. It's one of those things where it's like, do I use Divine Smite, which is free, like it's no action economy cost, it's not concentration, it just happens, or do I use Blinding Smite, which does one die less damage, is a bonus action, and is concentration, with a chance, or sort of with a chance, we take away a bad thing, with a chance to blind someone for the spell duration. Which is better, because unless the enemy has bad con, and you know they have bad con, and they'll probably fail the save because of that, Blinding Smite is just worse. Searing Smite is just, Searing Smite is just bad, which is really sad because it's the coolest one. Wrathful Smite is, again, it's like, do I do 2d8 radiant damage or 1d6 psychic damage with a chance to frighten? Against some enemies, the frighten is probably worth it. But against every other enemy? Against any enemy with a good wit save, or any enemy that is immune to frighten, or, you know, if your charisma isn't amazing, it's not worth it. You just do 2d8 radiant damage, you know? But that's the way of things with Divine Smite, is you have to sort of give someone a reason to cast these spells, and to be perfectly honest, there isn't a reason to cast Shielding Smite over, just using Divine Smite. It's a good defensive tool, don't get me wrong, like, it's okay. It is firmly usable. Still not great, though. Still pretty bad. and that's really sad, because I really like it. So, yeah, pretty good. How are things for you? Welcome in. I've just gotten started. I've just, like, bashed out a spell. That's kind of neat. Where is search? So it is. I think maybe just for clarity, the spell. Around you. Granting you temporary hit points equal to the result, equal to the 4-stone. There we go. that's actually fucking worth it. That other so obviously in base you would concentrate on this to maintain the thing. That's kind of neat. So there's actually like a legitimate reason to cast Shielding Smite now, because it actually makes you tanky. Like that's an average of 7 temp, which is honestly, that's not bad. That's pretty good. Like 7 temp is nothing to scoff at. At level 2 as well. You're a pally. Let's say you've got. Let's say you rolled pretty good stats, or you're a dwarf, or you let's say you rolled pretty good stats and you have +2 con. Let's say, right, you're a strength pally, so you got like 18 strength. You got like, or whatever. We'll say you got like 16 strength, 14 charisma, 14 con. Like pretty okay stats for a level 2 character. Like pretty, like firm, pretty good. You have probably on average, so let's say you take the average, you have 20 hit points. You cast this spell, that's an extra 7. That's just a flat barrier of 7. As long as you're not fighting something that hits like a fucking train, which, why would you at 2nd level? The spell will help keep you alive, which I kind of like. I think that's cool. I'm chuffed with that. Plus, it also feels distinctly very Paladin-esque, Align, indeed. Welcome in, welcome in. I could theoretically make it so you can target multiple, so you can, like, give the temp to someone else, but honestly, I think this spell's good enough on its own. I think it's like legit. I'm very happy with that. Now, 2nd level Smite spell. The only 2nd level Smite spell in base is Branding Smite. And I hate Branding Smite because it encapsulates everything I don't like about the Smite spells. Is that they are, for the most part, way exclusive. They are, for the most part, far worse than just using Divine Smite for secondary upside that is just not worth it either. My attitude is that the Smite spells should be as good, or if not better, than Divine Smite, because they're not free. Divine Smite, you don't need to spend anything beyond the spell slot to use, but all of the Smite spells in base are concentration and a bonus action. Yet they're still worse than, their actual effects are still worse than Divine Smite, even though they cost way more to use. You can't lose concentration on Divine Smite. You can't whiff Divine Smite. Divine Smite doesn't cost you a bonus action to use. Admittedly, Paladins aren't doing much else with their bonus action, but, you still got to conserve spell slots. And Branding Smite encapsulates everything that's kind of wrong with that, in that Branding Smite does 2d6 radiant damage, so this is a 2nd level spell. A 2nd level Divine Smite does 3d8 radiant damage, so it's a die lower and 1 die less. So, if we it's in both axes, well, this way. So I really need to unmirror this fucking thing. So both axes, it's lower. Like, die size, number of dice. Branding Smite is just bad. And what is Branding Smite's secondary effect? It becomes visible if it's invisible. And it sheds dim light in a 5-foot radius and can't become invisible until the spell ends. It's concentration for a minute. Fairy Fire exists and has other effects. Branding Smite is so bad. It makes me angry just how bad Branding Smite is. It's awful. It's just a terrible spell. But it's the only second level Smite spell, so Hexblades, you know, sorry, you know, Hexblades get access to it. Any subclass of any, like, you know, any class that would get a Smite spell at second level gets Branding Smite, because it's the only one. It's the only one. There's also only 1, 3rd, 4th, and 5th as well. There's like 3 firsts. And all of them are like fringe usable, except maybe Searing Smite. Searing Smite's usable at like 2nd, but beyond that it's just shit. But Wrathful and Thunderous are situationally very, very good. Because Thunderous, you're actually trading the damage and the cost, the additional cost, for actually really strong effects of knocking something prone on a strength save too, which is great. Because it's really obvious to players when they probably shouldn't use a strength save on a monster, you know? Like, oh, should I have the bear make a strength save against my DC 12? No, I shouldn't do that, you know? Probably not. But yeah, Branding Smite makes me mad because it's an unrelentingly awful spell. Like, I swear it is a fucking joke. Just how bad it is. Like, you can upcast it. It's literally the only upside to Branding Smite. It's just awful. It's so bad. But either way, let's make a second level Smite spell that doesn't make me want to tear my goddamn hair out. And my thought. So we have fire, we have thunder, we have psychic, we have lots of radiant stuff. Staggering is also like psychic. We have some force ones as well. Those are the most suitable, I think, of the paladin. And obviously we've got radiant as well. Those are the most suitable paladin damage types. But let's look at the other damage types. That's something I'm also going to look at, is I'm going to open up my own personal document and see what other Smite spells are in my home game as well, and see if there's any sort of bases I've not covered there. That's probably something worth doing too. Mortal Smite is a personal favourite of mine. It's power word kill for paladins. It's very good fun. It does 30 damage, and it does a flat 30 necrotic damage on hit, and if they're already below 30 hit points, they just die. Which I just like. It's fun. Yeah, some kind of necrotic, I think, second level. I feel like punishing smite. I'm not sure what that means, but I think it would be cool. Punishing smite. Like, I'm not sure what that mechanically means, but it's a cool word, so I'm gonna go with it. You leave a punitive mark on the target's flesh, which lasts for the duration. I guess it would be enchantment. Ah, yeah, I've heard of those. the next time the target where's Sanctuary? Oh, this is a second level spell. I forgot what it was. Failed save the creature takes. And the damage dealt by their attack or spell is halved. That? Next time the marked creature would target you or a creature allied to you with a damage spell, or would hit. You cast this spell using a spell slot of 3rd level or higher. This doesn't really matter if it has a maximum, really. It's kind of irrelevant. I can imagine a swords bard sniping shielding smite in a way that, but like, it's one of those things where like a bard could snipe this and it would be fun instead of really annoying. Because like a 6th level shielding smite for I'm not even sure how much. If I just do it to be 12d6? No, 7d6. Yeah, it's only 24 actually. Yeah, that'd be fine. The spell doesn't scale all too well, which is probably a good thing, really. Oh, it'd be on a successful save, the creature takes half as much damage and the damage of its attack or spell is unaffected. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. That's cool. Yeah, I'm on board with that. That's neat. How many 4th level ones are there? 1. So yeah, there definitely needs to be more. If anything, I think we need 2 4th levels here. I think. Because in base... Oh. Right, so the only existing 4th level Smite spell is Staggering Smite. And Staggering Smite is one of the better ones, kinda. It's kind of worth the slot you spend it on. It does a die less and a die lower damage, but they make a whiz save, and on a failure they have disadvantage on attacks and checks and can't take reactions until the end of their next turn, which is... it's okay. It's not amazing, but it is okay. It is genuinely pretty alright. I think realistically what we probably want is just a raw damaging spell, I think. I think that's what we should go with, anyway. It's just raw hit a guy. I'm thinking... maybe something as simple as just calling it Holy Smite. I'm just going to reword this real quick. Next time for the spell ends that the marked creature hits. Oh, actually no, I'm an idiot. Okay, right. So Holy Smite. 4th level. ray of searing light upon the target. Could be sort of a disintegrate kind of effect. Ooh, that could be really fun. Dexterity saving throw or take. Can't push it too hard because bards will snipe it for just a better disintegrate. What is the damage of disintegrate? What's 5d6 is 17, I think. How much damage actually is that? Like, spell damage. $66 plus 15 radiant damage is a lot. Well, it is save or nothing. It's no. I'm gonna cut the disintegrate stuff. I think it's done. Target must. I might make this the 5th level one though, just because I think that's kind of neat. Actually, no. Failure, the target takes. We definitely pushed it. It's like 68 radiant damage. Just the target. Now the reason the damage is so pushed is simply because you have to hit them with an attack. And they have to fail a dex save. Obviously, if they, if you miss, you still get to do it again. But this also means it doesn't combo with crits. Paladins are crit fishing. Like they don't so much fish for crits, but paladin crits are fucking scary. And there's no way to get any benefit out of critting with the spell because it's a saving throw. So I think pushing the damage and making it be like, oh wow, that's actually like a lot of damage is maybe good. I don't know. I must make a dexterity saving throw. That takes 68 radiant damage. On a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. No. You might think, this is literally just Divine Smite. And so far it is. So I'm actually going to change it, bring this number down a little bit. I'm going to add some kind of secondary effect here, I think. Not sure as to... Ooh. Oh, I know. Reverse. Oh, made with advantage. And ending the spell. So it's reverse staggering smite. You know what? Actually, I don't like that it lasts that long. Start of your next turn, attack rolls made against target are made with advantage. I like that. Start of your next turn. Really light. Hey, attack rolls made against by light are made with advantage. There we go. So, Holy Smite. Not sure about the name. I might, no, because it's not quite just like a flat out damage spell anymore. I could be like Guiding Smite. It's gotta be Guiding Smite. That's cool. We're gonna go with Guiding Smite. I was like, it could be, and then I thought about it for like a second longer. I was like, no, it's gonna be. That's way better. But yeah, I think I'm probably gonna take a quick break here because I need to go grab some food. I think I mentioned earlier on, but I will say again today, I can stay for a little bit longer today. I don't have to sort of rush off like right after 7 o'clock. I can most likely stay until at least sort of 15:15 or so, which gives me an extra sort of 15-20 minutes. Maybe a little more. I will have to check because there are people coming to my game. Oh well, I have a game tonight and people have said they are going to be late. So I will most likely I'm just like actually checking now to see if there have been any updates to that. But I will be sort of keeping an eye on who's sort of like going into that chat or whatever before that game. But otherwise, I will, yeah, I will be back in about 15 minutes. I'm just going to go grab some food. I'll be back shortly. I return. It is me. We're gonna make some more spells. I've got about half an hour before I'm probably gonna head off, so, yeah. I'm probably gonna look at making another 4th level Smite spell. Not sure what it's gonna be, though. Hmm. So what 5th level Smite spells do I have sort of in my repertoire? I've quite a few, actually. Oh, I need to clear my throat, fuck. Yeah, honestly, with Mortal Smite, which is in Archive 2, honestly, I don't think I need a 5th level. I might just look at making a 2nd, 4th. A new sort of 5th level in general, I think, is definitely still on the card, or still in the cards, even. But, I'll just put low level fluff spells. So I'm not going to be super sort of married to only doing 1st and 2nd level. So if I could come up with a 3rd, then I'm going to do it. Oh. Oh god, I need to clear my throat, Jesus. No, there's a... Oh. There. There's a bug flying around, I got it. I'm sitting down too low. Oh. Let's get that lumbar support on the go. You know what? There's another one. That's where these bugs come out of the walls. Luckily, they're very slow and they're too tiny to make any noise. I don't know where they are or where they come from. It's been sort of infested, this fucking room, all summer. They're only now starting to die. I'm seeing less and less of them every day. Those are the first 2 I've seen today. Whereas normally, sort of in the sort of, it was like September, I think, was the height of it, where there would be like 4 of them a day minimum. I thought I just saw another one, but I didn't. Oh god, he's getting my throat again. Fuck me. Ugh. See, the problem with this is it takes the best of Staggering Smite and Guiding Smite and puts them in one spell. But the damage is lower and the save is worse. But even so, it does definitely, yeah, no, I don't think we can go with this. As much as I like it, I don't think we can do it. So, welcome in, welcome in. So I've been working on Paladin spells, mostly just making Smite spells thus far, though I do have some more or some more sort of things, niches I want to fill. But at the moment it's mostly just been Smite spells, as I at the moment for the last hour and a half or so. Ads. Yeah, ads are a fucking bastard. Yeah. I was saying, well, I've been making Paladin spells. I've mostly just been making Smite spells, but I have sort of aims for other things, and I've just made a spell that I realise I can't use, because it is just a better version of 2 spells that already exists. Yeah, I'll say. That's alright. I'll say. Oh god, I clear my fucking throat, Jesus. Oh. Nice, nice. What rarity? I would assume uncommon or lower, but I don't actually know. Yeah, same magic items. Is it what rarity? Because you got plenty of options, that's for sure. One thing comes to mind, but I'm not sure if I'm not sure if I'm feeling amoral enough to suggest it because it's ridiculous. I think it's half necrotic damage dealt. Yeah, your DM definitely should have specified a rarity, because whoever they are, they're gonna have probably at least one person at your table is gonna come back asking to have Black Razor or a Staff of Power. What level is your group, roughly? Okay, right, it's uncommon is going to be the maximum rarity. Realistically, probably the best option is just a +1 weapon. Like, realistically, that's probably what you want. But I imagine there are probably some more interesting options that are also quite good. Let me find out. I'm not going to look in any of the adventure books because they're just kind of stupid, really. A lot of those items are like kind of wildly specific. Yeah, sure. I'll have a quick gander through just because I'm curious what options there are. Vanilla sauces. Go, clear my throat again. Uncommon. I'm just going to look up the healing that this item provides, or this spell provides even. Wait. I'm not familiar with Blood Fury. Let me look that up. It's the... Yeah, that's a legendary item. Your DM is going to say no to that. And they should. Periapt, I think, is uncommon. It is. The cloak, I believe, is uncommon. Sort of life-stealing is not. What rarity is the sort of life-stealing? It's rare, but it's not really that strong. Do also note that the Sword of Life Stealing has been errated to do 10 extra damage rather than 3d6, so it's not 66 because of crits. It is flat extra 10 damage. If that was what you were going for. If you're looking at all of these, the Cloak of Protection is probably the best one of all of them. Except, obviously, the legendary item, which you shouldn't pick, because if your DM says yes, then I think that's borderline manipulation. Whereas, yeah, the Periapt and is pretty okay. I don't think it's anything incredible, but I think it's pretty good. Yeah, like, it's neat. And the Sword of Life Stealing with the errata is, I mean, even without the errata, it's just kind of, it's just kind of whatever. I guess if you're 2-weapon fighting Blood Hunter, then, wait, no, it doesn't matter because it's with the weapon. Yeah, I think of all of those, the Cloak of Protection is probably the best one of all of them. Though, honestly, I don't think any of like the 3 uncommon ones are necessarily like more useful at this level than a +1 weapon. Because just bypassing those resistances is huge, because low level play is almost balanced around the idea that you don't have a magic weapon, or you probably don't have a magic weapon. So monsters are actually like, you know, like wraiths and specters and shit are really dangerous because they basically have like 40 hit points and drain your health. So honestly, yeah, I don't think any of those are better than a +1 weapon. Because you can totally roll on like +1 weapon charts, or no, not on weapon charts, on, where is it? Weapon like random properties. I forget whether they're in the DMG somewhere. Dungeon Master's Guide, let's take a look. Yeah, there's like random magic item tables that you can roll like little fluff things for your magic items. Special features, page 141. You can, you know, come up with some neat things to make your +1 weapon more interesting and more unique than just a +1 weapon. Like, you can give them like little minor properties, and some of them are good fun. Like, I don't even know what Scimitar of Speed is. I assume it's probably very... The fact that I don't know what it is implies it's a very high rarity weapon. Yeah, no. That's, I mean, the Scimitar of Speed is actively useless for you, because if you're 2-weapon fighting as a Blood Hunter, then you can already attack with a Scimitar as a bonus action, because you're 2. So the Scimitar of Speed is just a +2 weapon with no secondary effect, basically. No useful secondary effect, anyways. Aside from, I guess, your offhand weapon isn't a +2 weapon, but like, you know, whatever. And also, this is a very rare item, so yeah, it's definitely off the table for a sane DM, anyway. Yeah, honestly, +1 weapon is almost undoubtedly just like the best option for you, and just like flavor it up with some cool origin or history or whatever. If you've played Lost Mine of Fendelver, there's a really interesting +1 weapon from that adventure that's tucked away that you can find. It's not particular, you know, it's a +1 weapon. It's not mechanically different to a +1 weapon, but it's got a lot of cool lore and stuff. I mean, power-wise, that does it, right? I mean, a +1 weapon, it's a magic weapon. You're a martial character, that's about as synergistic as you can get. Okay, yeah. Let me look at... I think siphoning Smite, if you can heal 6 creatures with it, that's potentially completely insane. That's an average of 14 hit points. That is that better than Mass Cure Wounds? Undoubtedly not, right? No. Let me go read. I've got to get going soon, actually, because I need to get headed off to my game. Not horrendously soon, mind you, and nobody is online, so I'll probably wait a little bit, but... And divide a number of hit points. I'm just going to clear my throat. Oh. I mean, if your stats are good enough for it, then sure, but I can't imagine they are. Warlocks don't, like, obviously off of E-Knight you can net, like, shield and absorb elements and stuff that don't care about your intelligence, but even so, that does seem, like, somewhat detrimental. Yeah, I think the main problem with Bloodhunter is all of the subclasses are shit. They're all terrible. They're either terrible or terribly designed, or both. Mutant is the worst, because it's bad and badly designed. I think the only one that's even close to, like, decent is Lycan. Profane Soul is pretty subpar. It's not good, that's for sure, but it's not the worst one. Ghost Slayer is stupid and bad. Mutant is actively a downgrade to your character. Profane Soul is, like, okay. And Lycan, I think, is probably the best one, because it actually gives you useful abilities. But yeah, Ghost Slayer kind of just gives you nothing. It gives you the best Crimson Rite at level 3. I say Ghost Slayer is simpler because it doesn't give you anything. It just gives you the best Crimson Rite in the game, and that's it. Yeah, Bloodhunter is really kind of a letdown because the core class is really strong now. The core class, like the 2020 update for Bloodhunter, the core class is, like, really solid, but all of the subclasses are still just fucking awful. Lycan is still okay, but all the others just they fucking suck. It's so bad. Yeah, realistically, obviously you end up with, like, 4 stats that you need, because as a Bloodhunter you need you obviously need your damage stat, which for you is Dex. You need Con to not kill yourself with blood curses. Not so much anymore, but even so, you at least need Con as a tertiary at the very least. If you're Profane Soul, you need Charisma, and then if you're E-Knight, you probably also need Intelligence as well. So honestly, I just wouldn't go for E-Knight. I would go for Samurai. Honestly, yeah, Samurai is probably the one. Actually, Samurai is pretty okay. I don't particularly like it, but it's very good. If you're going 2-weapon fighting, it's like you get more out of it with Samurai. So I'd say go for Samurai. Off the top of my head, I imagine some of the other ones are probably pretty good. What are the other fire subclasses? Champion is boring, but it's probably pretty good with Blood Hunter, given that Crimson Rite doubles it. It's pretty decent. I think Psy Warrior cares about your ints, so you don't want that. Battle Master is it's potentially okay for you, but yeah, ultimately I think Samurai, maybe Champion are the ones you want. I was going to look at the life domain. Next time you hit a creature with a melee weapon attack during the spell's duration, your weapon takes a piece of their life essence, and the attack deals an extra 46 necrotic damage to the target, before gathering their stolen essence into hit points equal to the necrotic damage dealt. And then choose up to 6 creatures you can see within 30 feet of you and divide those hit points among them. That seems good, I think. No, I'm gonna go back to how it was before. We then divide. You mean? Oh shit. There, that'll do. Yeah, you've got the very like inhuman squad party, which is not too uncommon for like sort of your average group where you get the token human. Whereas like, nah, human supremacy, far more interesting than all the other races. Like significantly more. Just checking my phone real quick for Yeah, I think the human's good fun. He says, being a person who's played almost exclusively humans or human-adjacent races, with almost no exception. I am very happy with these spells. I quite like all of them. I think they're good fun. I'm probably going to head off here, though, because I have a game to go to in about 10 minutes or so. Oh, that's neat. Yeah. I wish more people played Dwarves. I've been playing this game for 6 years, and I've played with over, like, 20, 30 people, and I have seen one person bring a Dwarf to a long-term game. Ah, yes. Yes, I am. But yes, I need to get headed off now because I have a game to go to in about 10 minutes, and I've got to go post VODs and stuff. But yeah, I hope folks enjoy themselves. I do this every Monday, but and I'll be back on Wednesday to play Pokemon because I didn't have a chance on Sunday, so I'm going to do it on Wednesday. Most likely be starting sort of early afternoon, and I will play until about 4-ish. Not 100% for sure, but that's most likely where that's going to happen. I will keep people posted if that changes. I'll post it on Twitter or whatever. But yeah, hope folks enjoy themselves. I will hopefully see some of you on Wednesday.